like New Year's Eve. Yeah, this is something beautiful because I like it. It's aesthetic. Yeah. So I found out, okay, with the fireworks, I can hurt another person, and this brings me to thinking, and this thinking brings me to the path of destruction. So who is going to prevent me from stepping to that path?
How you would prevent somebody for example, taking fireworks and hurting somebody? How do you prevent people from hurting one another?
The kids brought up in the new schools, when they're very young, they're taught how to work cooperatively. You don't wait till they grow up and become a serial killer. In the early stages in school, you can detect kids and their tendencies. So we bring up kids to learn how to disagree without getting angry.
Without physical...
You have to teach people. If you want to be a doctor, don't they put you in a medical environment? If you want to be an engineer, they put you in a university where engineering is studied. If you want to be an airline pilot, they put you in an airline environment. So you learn how to fly airliners. Then they test you to see if you can land all right. And if you pass, you fly airplanes. If you don't, they say, I'm sorry, but you're disqualified. So if you bring up kids the way you do today, every family treats their kids differently, you got all these variations. We have creative upbringing. For example, if my little girl, when she was 3 years old, she walked in my lap one day. So when she was there, I put a wrench on the nut the wrong way, and it kept slipping off. So I put it on the wrong way again, kept it on. She put her little hands on it and said, Daddy, that's no way to do it. So I put it on the wrong way again, deliberately. She said, I'll have to show you how. She put it on the right way. That's to get her to think. But if you say, here, let Daddy fix your toy. When my kid was 4, my boy, he said, Daddy, the wheel came off my toy car. I said, so it did. And I threw it in the garbage and picked up my magazine. But I'm watching with that lower lip going. He starts crying. I said, what's the matter? He said, you throw it away. I said, I'll get your baby toys so the wheels don't come off. He said, well, maybe I can fix it. Then I gave it to him. And he's sitting on the couch trying to get it together. And he gets it together. Then you pick him up. That's wonderful. How did you do that? He said, I'm not that little. And I said, but how did you do it? He says, you see the hole in the wheel? I said, yes. You see the piece of iron sticking up? He didn't know the name of it. And he pushed on it and it went together. I said, that's marvelous. But he said, here, let Daddy fix it, let Mommy fix it. You produce a blob. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
To get your kids to become thinkers, you have to put them in a situation where they observe and make recommendations. Sometimes I used to build a little cardboard house and put the windows on the wrong place at an angle. My kids said, those windows are crooked. I said, which windows? Like I didn't know, and they showed me how to get them to think about things. But that's the difference between Leonardo da Vinci and the average guy. He associated with people that talk differently than the average person. They don't have that in the school books. They tell you he had a fine mind, he was ahead of his time. No, the times were behind Leonardo da Vinci. Nobody's ahead of that time. Then everybody can be a Leonardo da Vinci. Everybody can be a creative writer or inventor. Somebody wrote Somerset Maugham. He's considered a great writer. And they said, I want my son to be a good writer. What school should I send him to? He says, don't send him to any school. Give him $300, turn him loose in New York, and say, don't come back for a year. And you'll have something to write about. You understand? You have to have experience to write. But some people say to me, you know, I can't imagine anything. I don't know how to start writing. So I give them the tools in less than 1 minute how to become a writer. Just picture a woman standing in a graveyard with a tear coming down. Take it from there. There's a whole story you can fill it. Or picture a guy lying in a lifeboat with an empty canteen, dry lips, laying there. Take it from there. This ship sunk. He got in a lifeboat, tried to make it. In other words, all you have to do is picture a little bit of anything, and you can take it into a story. You don't have to have it. They think they have imagination. They think that the artists are born. Good artists, they just seem to have an inborn ability. And the teacher says, you're gifted. Well, if you're gifted, why the hell give them credit for it? If you're born as a painter, you didn't work at it. So I'm saying nobody's gifted. They lived in a different environment, picked up different things than the average kid. I can teach anyone to draw basically in less than 2 minutes. Okay? So I used to teach technical art at school. It's a 5-year course. And in 1 month the students were doing real well. And the dean of the school came over and he said, Jacque, it's a 5-year course. You understand what I'm talking about? If you require proof, stick around. After the meeting, I'll show you how to draw in a few minutes. And one more. Yes.
How is working with the movement now? How's the interaction with Peter? And would you change anything? I mean, in this cooperation with your own activists, do you have any advices about that? Or would you change something? Or do you have to complain about anything? Did Peter tell you something, how the interaction works with the movement itself?
Well, Peter is mostly taking care of the Zeitgeist movement and the chapters. We discuss things, how it should go in the beginning, how the website should be laid out and things like that. But it's always growing and it's always changing, and we're always discussing things, so we're in the process of that all the time.
But you wouldn't change anything right now?
Well, there's a lot that's going to happen after the next film comes out. So I think a lot will be changing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you people for coming. I hope we're all friends.